Wine. The police and Joshua McGee from Georgia are celebrating their 4th anniversary in Times Square and couldn't help but notice the police presence.
We saw police officers with guns in their hands just standing on the street, and you don't see that every day.
The Weather Channel meteorologist Molly McCollum says most Americans will be able to welcome the new year outside in mild weather.
Welcome in 2024. Most of us have mild weather, no big storm systems. A few lake-effect snow showers in parts of the Great Lakes, Chicago, Detroit, and the Lake Erie Snowbelt will all have falling snow at midnight. And in New York City, no flakes flying as the snow drought continues in the Big Apple, but really nice mild weather to bring in the new year.
There's been an apparent police-involved murder-suicide. A Bronxville, New York police sergeant shot and killed his wife and his 10 and 12-year-old sons, then, according to police, took his own life at their home in New City, north of New York. It's been a few days of heavy rain and dangerous rogue waves on the West Coast, especially in Southern California. CBS News Los Angeles reporter Lauren Posen is in Manhattan Beach.
Since Friday, officials have been warning people to stay out of the water, off the beach, and jetties too. Warnings even a seasoned surfer urge people to listen to.
If you don't know what you're doing, don't go out in the water.
Manhattan Beach is one of 3 cities where the highest surf was Saturday, with 10 to 15-foot waves and 20-foot sets, bringing with it dangerous rip currents and flooding concerns.
There are apparently the makings of an agreement between the Biden administration and Republicans in Congress on additional aid for Ukraine in exchange for tougher measures on the southern border. Details from CBS's Skyler Henry.
The Biden administration announced a $250 million military package to Ukraine, including anti-aircraft missiles. Now, the Senate is expected to talk again about how to move forward. They have been working remotely. They won't return back to D.C. until January 8th, but they have said that there is some progress.
Russia is bombarding the Ukrainian capital Kyiv and the country's second-largest city, hard in the hours leading up to New Year's Eve. The Detroit Pistons ended their NBA record-tying losing streak of 28 games with a 129-127 victory over the Toronto Raptors. CBS News.
Indeed, job platform, including hiring partners, Indeed.com schedule and direct virtual interviews, all from one place. At Indeed.com/job.
You owe over $10,000 in back taxes. You call every taxman. They all say the same thing, making promises they never keep. And you're what you need is a new start on your back taxes. Your case with government levies offered for years. On taxes. You'll pay anything you get. You can pay for what he knows. If you owe at least $10,000 to the IRS only a minute on your back taxes, call 1-722-9152. That's 1-800-722-9152. Let the professionals at Post-Lawn Financial Group to get you the new stuff you deserve. And that's 1-800-722-9152. Portions of this broadcast have been recorded.
WCBS 880 Weekend Magazine. Today's top stories and interviews on news, plus the latest cultural and lifestyle trends.
It's all about New Year's right now. It's time to bring in 2022, and Times Square is getting ready. Get the world's clothesline time ready. New Year's Eve is almost here. And so they held the final rehearsal for the giant ball that will drop in Times Square. And it sounded like this. The rehearsal was a success, and Jeffrey Strauss, the organizer of Times Square New Year's Eve, says when it's time for the real thing, the ball will start dropping at 11:59, December 31st.
As the ball drops, they'll touch the numerals of 2024. They'll burst into life. There'll be a blizzard of confetti here in Times Square.
The first ball was dropped back in 1907. This ball is 12 feet in diameter, weighs nearly 6 tons, and has 32,000 LEDs. I'm on Times Square, Carol Gloria, WCBS.